Hola, hola, hola. Hello, 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 my beautiful planner babe divas. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl here, Daniela, la planning diva. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me here today. I really appreciate it. And hello to any new fresh faces who are just joining the channel for the very first time. Here on my channel, we play with tons of planners. We have lots of fun. We set goals, we work towards those goals, and we channel our inner planner diva. And Merry Vlogmas, day 23. So that means we only have about 8 more days left here. And then I think I'm gonna take a little bit of a break from the daily videos. It's been intense. I hope you've been enjoying Vlogmas so far. I think you all have been, based on the love I am getting in the comments and the likes. Thank you so much if you take a moment of your day to comment or like or subscribe during Vlogmas. Okay, super excited because we're setting up our reading journal today, or we're just refreshing it. We're getting back into it. I don't think I'm going to do a lot of setup in terms of pulling things out in here, but I do want to go through, kind of reacquaint myself with this journal, freshen it up, get back into it, add a few more pages, and just like reacquaint myself with this baby here. So this is my current reading journal setup. I've had it like this for a few years now, and I feel like in the past 2 years, I really haven't been doing too much in here, and I really want to be back in here for 2025. So this is a big happy planner. It is the modern bookish cover, gorgeous, and the discs are these yellow gold discs from a Be Happy box, a Mickey and Minnie Be Happy box that came out a long time ago. I think it was the floral Mickey and Minnie box. But when I saw this planner, I knew that it had to be my reading journal because it's bookish themed, and it's a gorgeous bookish themed. I don't know if y'all remember the first bookish line that Happy Planner first came out with, which was really bright and colorful, and they came out with a planner and a notebook for that line, and I really liked that collection because I like bright and colorful, but I wanted something more like this, like sophisticated, neutral, beautiful, kind of giving me like academic vibes. Yeah, this was a teacher planner actually. But of course, I do not use the planner pages. I don't really use the yearly calendar either, honestly. I probably will get rid of these pages at some point, but I still haven't done that. I might get rid of them in this video. I have a little envelope, and then my idea with this reading journal was to have each divider represent 1 year. Although I think I'm going to change that up. I think what I'm going to do is have each divider represent a different section. So this first divider, it could be like my reading challenge, or all the books I've read in a given year, like the photos and the reviews. So these were the books I read in 2022. I read actually quite a bit of books. And then here is where I started my 2023 reading challenge, and I put down 3 books. I never continued the spread, and then I never did one for 2024. And so that's what I'm going to do in this video. And then I have some like book review pages here, which I had a lot of fun making these pages. I made them on Canva, and then I printed them out and punched them and put them in here. I actually really like how they turned out, but I only really finished one. I started another one, but I never really finished it. So I might try to add a little bit more here. I just finished a book as well. I finished Riders of the Purple Sage, so I might set that up here. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do too much in here, honestly. I am leaving the teacher planner pages in these later months just because I want the planner to be, to have some heft to it. I don't want it to be like really empty. I could go ahead and replace these pages with just regular notebook paper, but I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. I don't mind having the teacher planner pages in here because I'm not working in that section of the planner as of yet. So let's get started. So like I said, I think what I am going to do is have Well, you know what? I changed my mind actually. I was going to have like the different dividers be represent different sections, but now that I think about it, I do kind of want to separate it by year. So that way, it has like some diversity throughout the pages. Like if I just put these type of pages here in the beginning in this section, it would just be kind of like monotonous. It would just be pretty boring, you know, but I'd rather have it like separated by year, and that way I can have like different types of spreads and different types of pages throughout each section. I hope that makes sense. So just a quick little recap here. This was my 2022 reading challenge. I read, let's see, 19 books in 2022. I read The Last Beautiful Girl, The Raven Tower, Hood Feminism, Nothing But Blackened Teeth, Atomic Habits, The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina, An Episode in the Life of a Landscape Painter, What I Talk About When I Talk About Running, We Have Always Been Here, The Book of Ichigo Ichii, The Medicine Bag, Helsing, The Organized Mind, Undocumented, A Worker's Fight, We Do This Till We Free Us, Abolitionist Organizing and Transforming Justice, The Uninhabitable Earth, Life After Warming, The Children on the Hill, Blood Sugar, The Books of Jacob, Pachinko, Dune Messiah, One, No One, and 100,000, Stolen Focus, Why You Can't Pay Attention and How to Think Deeply Again, Dope Sick, Dealers, Doctors, and the Drug Company That Addicted America, and lastly, One Soldier's War in Chechnya. So that's everything I read in 2022. So let's finish setting up what I read in 2023. So I read Lessons from Plants, The Year of Less, and the autobiography of Malcolm X in 2023. And then I stopped adding them to my reading journal. But I have here a bunch of photos that I went and printed out at my local CVS. And let us add them to this spread here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these little photos out. So in 2023, I actually only read 10 books, which is a really low number for me. I do try to hit at least 15 or 20 books, but 2023 was a rough year apparently. And I'm so annoyed because I went and took 2 trips to CVS to print these photos out, and I thought I had printed everything out, but I am actually missing 3 books right now from my photos. So it is what it is. I'll just have to go back to CVS and print out some more photos. And let's see, I read The Pattern Seekers, How Autism Drives Human Invention. And then I read When the World Runs Dry, Earth's Water in Crisis. And then I read Children of Dune. I also read God Emperor Dune. And I printed out 2 photos of this because I wanted to have like an image that was really similar to this one, but I couldn't find an image of Children of Dune that wasn't cut off like this. Like it was such a long image that when I tried printing it out on this mini print size, it kind of cut off. So I don't know whether to use this image or this image because these match a little bit more. But this one actually has the title and the author on it. What do you think? I kind of feel like I should use that one because it matches so well. I'm going to go ahead and put these down, glue them down. I have one more spot here, but I kind of want to keep these 2 together. So when I go and print out the 3 other books I'm missing here, I read Gaijin by James Clavell, The Body Keeps the Score, Brain, Mind, and Body in the Healing of Trauma. I actually have a large photo of that book printed, but I need a mini print for this spread here. And then I also need Self-Made Man, which I also have a large print of this, but again, I need a smaller print for this spread. So we'll print one there, and then we'll print the last one on this page with these 2 books. So let me go ahead and glue these down. Oops, I just glued a little bit on this page. God Emperor of Dune and Children of Dune. And then I'm going to use some Mojo Jojo Plans box stickers for my little review sticker that I have down here. This is where I like add the stars that I gave each of these books. So we'll go ahead and add one for the one that's missing here. And then add 3 more on this side. It's so nice to be working in this planner again. I have abandoned it for so long that, yeah, I just felt very abandoned. So it's nice to be in here again. Like so. There we go. So that will be for 2023. And then I'll take these 2 pages for 2024. I'll tuck them in here. And then we'll deal with them later. But for now, let's see. So we have the reading challenge. Okay, so let me go ahead and use my clean color dot marker to make 5 little dots here. This is what I use to map out the stars, like the star level, like the rating for each of these books. This is based off of the Goodreads star ratings. So you can rate books out of 5 on the Goodreads. I'll use my Sharpie to give the stars. So Simon Baron-Cohen's The Pattern Seekers. This was a nonfiction about autism, and I would give it 4 stars. I think it was a good book. It was informative. It was well written. I liked it, but it didn't blow my mind. So that's why it's 4 stars. When the World Runs Dry, I'm also going to give this 4 stars. I think it was very informative. It was good. But I wasn't like absolutely blown away by it. This is a book everyone needs to read about the water crisis that we are currently living in. This book is going to be, I'll probably put Gaijin here, and I'm going to give that 3 stars. It was a good story, but it definitely wasn't as good as James Clavell's other works. So yeah, we're just gonna give that 3 stars. God Emperor of Dune. Oh God, I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I did not like that at all. I liked the original Dune, but God Emperor of Dune was pretty bad. Children of Dune, I'll give it 3 stars. It was better than God Emperor of Dune, but still it wasn't that good. And then this last book is gonna be Self-Made Man. Oh, I guess I'm missing a book here. Yeah, I need one more sticker because we have 2 more books left. We have The Body Keeps the Score, which is this one. And then we have Self-Made Man. So this one right here. So we'll put Body Keeps the Score here and then Self-Made Man here. I need my clean colored dot marker. Let's pull that out. 5 more dots. Oops. It's always hard to do those nice and centered. Okay, so Body Keeps the Score, 5 stars. That was an excellent book, like really well researched, well presented, just an amazing book. Probably one of the best books I've read. I read in 2023. Let's see, what else did I read in here? The autobiography of Malcolm X was also excellent, of course. Self-Made Man, I'm gonna give it a 2 star. It was not that good, so yeah. I'm not a huge fan of that one. This one's interesting though. It's about a woman who basically lives as a man for a year. She disguises herself as a man and then passes herself off as a man to gain access to like male only spaces in order to kind of do some like journalism work on like what, you know, navigating those spaces feels like. So an interesting concept, but I wasn't a huge fan of it. So we have that. And then Body Keeps the Score. I need to go print these out. I'm so annoyed that I didn't have them printed out. So there we have the 10 books I read in 2023. And then I have 2 journaling pages for 2 of the books I read. I'm not going to do these for every single book I read, but it's nice to have them for some books. So I did one for the book Lessons from Plants. I filled that out completely. I wanted to do one for Body Keeps the Score, and I might still go ahead and do that, but I need to have the physical book, and I think Steven has the book right now. I don't want to do it right now though, so I'll just put this photo down here, and then, you know what, maybe I will. I changed my mind. I'm going to do my little book summary, and then the date started and date finished, and then at some other point I'll go in and write some notes about this book, but at least I want to do the summary here. Okay, that was fun. I'm glad I did that. I was procrastinating, but I just sat down and wrote a little book summary here. This is straight from the Goodreads book summary. Sometimes I do want to write my own summary, like for Lessons from Plants, I wrote it myself, but sometimes I'm okay with just like writing a summary from Goodreads or online that someone else has written. I just put little quotes here. For me, it's more about remembering the book after the fact, especially these nonfiction books. I have a lot of like educational information in them. One of the reasons why I want a reading journal is because I read so many books, and a lot of the times I don't remember a lot of them. I don't remember what happened. I know like the general idea of the book and the general plot, but it would be nice to remember like details and particular scenes and particular quotes from each book. And just have like a little page where it has like my favorite takeaways from that book. And I can flip through this and remember and revisit those books. So I'm so happy with this. It looks great. I might pull some quotes from that book later on, but I will do that later. And that's pretty much everything I did in 2023. So let's pull for the next divider here. And actually, I should pull for those scrapbook pieces of scrapbook paper here and tuck those in here. And I'm thinking actually I'm going to glue these two down because I don't want this monthly page here. So let's glue this down, and then we can glue all of the books I read in 2024. And then let me use some of these stickers to cover up the monthly tabs there. I'll write November, or actually I'll write 2024. Perfect. Same with the front. Let's cover up that November. Let life surprise you. That's the quote on this divider. Okay, let's write 2024. Some little hearts on the sides. Cute. Love it. Okay, so now we have 2024, and it flips straight to the reading challenge. Although I've been calling these reading challenges because that's what Goodreads calls them, right? Like the challenge of how many books you're going to read per year. But I don't think I'm going to call them reading challenges anymore. I think I'm just going to call it like books read. So let me find my alphabet stickers, and we can go ahead and use these stickers to write out books read. I can use these. These are bright and colorful. I could also use these like rose gold stickers. I don't know where the other page is though. I only have one page. It's funny. Or I could use these. Yeah, let's go ahead and use these. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spell out books read here at the top. Okay, that's slightly a little bit off center. That's okay. It happens. I'm not trying to be perfect here. So there we have books read. And let's glue down all of the books that I've read in 2024. I'll try to do it in somewhat of an order. Oh no, and I also forgot a book here. Okay, so the first book I read this year was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I've been wanting to reread the Harry Potter series because I read them when I was a teenager, but I never read them since. And I also only watched 2 of the movies. So I've been wanting to like read the book and then watch the movie. So I read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I read that in January. Then I read Andy Weir's Project Hail Mary. That's kind of a weird photo. It cut off the book. Oh well. So I read that one. That was a science fiction book. I really liked that one. It was fun. And then I read Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So just continuing the Harry Potter series. And then I read this little book called Death Valley Trivia. It's a tiny little book. And I read it on the way to Death Valley. We visited Death Valley in March of 2024. So I read this book on the way there. And then I read The Honeys, which is actually the first book in the Pan Dulce Society book club that Amy invited me to join. That one was fun. Oh my gosh, you guys, I did print out these photos. I just had them tucked away in my in my crafty car. Okay, that is crazy. I have all of these photos here. Oh my goodness, that is great. I'm so happy. I did have like a memory of printing these out and I was like wondering if I was crazy. Okay, so I read Octavia Butler's Dawn. And then I read the second book in that series. I read Adulthood Rights. But I think I'm still missing one. I'm missing the third book in this series. I also read Imago, but I don't have that. I don't know where it is. Oh my gosh, this is such a mess. And then I read Harry Potter, The Prisoner of Azkaban, which, again, just continuing the series. Then I read Colson Whitehead's The Nickel Boys. And I'm trying to decide whether I want to use this one or whether I want to use this one. I think I like this one better, so I'll use that one. And then I read Michael Crichton's The Terminal Man as part of my book club with my sister and Steven. Then I read Mary, An Awakening of Terror by Nat Cassidy as part of our Pan Dulce Society book club. Then I read Dark Choices by Kay Boozer as part of our Pan Dulce Society book club. And then I read Riders of the Purple Sage. So I read, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 books this year. Better than last year. So I'm going to go ahead and glue all of these down. I am still missing one though. That's annoying. Honestly, I kind of want to put the Harry Potter series together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's slightly out of order, but that's okay. I'll put this one. I feel like series need to go together. So then we should put these books together as well. And then let's go ahead and put down some of these stickers for the little star review. Perfect. And then I'll use my clean color dot marker to give myself a little dots that I use as the backdrop for the stars. And then let's give some stars. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This was a good book. I gave it 5 stars. I think it's really well written, really imaginative. Chamber of Secrets, I also gave 5 stars. I think The Prisoner of Azkaban was my least favorite, so I gave it 4 stars. Adulthood Rights. Oh, I am so annoyed. I think I switched these. It should be Dawn and then Adulthood Rights and then Imago. Adulthood Rights, I'm gonna give 3 stars. Dawn, I'm gonna give 4 stars, and then Imago, I'll give 4 stars as well. The Honeys, I gave 2 stars. Project Hail Mary, I'm gonna give 4 stars. Death Valley Trivia, it's kind of hard to give this a rating because it's just a trivia book, but I gave it 4 stars. The Nickel Boys, I'm going to give 4 stars. Michael Crichton's The Terminal Man, I'm gonna give that one 3 stars. Mary, I'm gonna give it 2 stars. Dark Choices, 2 stars. And then Zane Grey's Riders of the Purple Sage, I'm gonna give it 5 stars. That was a really fun book. Okay, and now that we're here, I'm gonna go back to my last reading challenge, and then I'm going to glue these down. So I need to glue down Gaijin, and then also The Body Keeps the Score, and then I need to put Self-Made Man here. So let's put Self-Made Man right there. Now this spread is complete. I'm so happy about that. We have 2 little reviews, and then we have 2024 books read in 2024. I guess that's it for 2024. It's just the books I read. So then we're going to move on to 2025, which is going to be this divider here. That one's beautiful. I love this one. And then I'm going to cover up the tabs with box stickers on both sides and on the other side as well. Okay, that's good. And let's see. I think the first thing I'm going to do is put the pieces of scrapbook paper here. That will be my books that I've read in 2025. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I need to cut out scrapbook paper. I actually don't think I have any more left of this type of scrapbook paper, like the one that's kind of like a vintagey style. I don't think I have any more of this left. So I might just end up using a different type of scrapbook paper. Okay, I have some paper here. Let's see. I decided to go with a floral theme. So I'm thinking that it could be maybe, I could glue this one down on this side, like so. Okay, there we go. So I glued some scrapbook paper to the back of the divider here, and this is going to be the beginning of my books I've read. I might need more than these 2 pages, we shall see, so I'm just going to leave this blank and we can add scrapbook paper as I need to. Oh, let's add some alphabet stickers at the top. Maybe I can use these blue stickers. There we go. Books read. It's a little bit lost at the top there with the busy print, but I think it'll be fine. So we'll leave that like that. These pieces of scrapbook paper were actually at the very bottom of my scrapbook paper pile. They're definitely some of my oldest pieces, and one of the reasons why I wanted to use them. Also, I'm thinking of maybe going with like a floral theme for this year, for 2025. But some of this paper was actually paper I used to set up my background in my videos a few years ago. Like some of my earlier videos were when I was just starting to film in my old house, which I lived there for 3 years. And so I put scrapbook paper together. I would tape it together. I would tape different pieces together for my background. And you can see some of the tape that I used to tape them together on this piece right here. Throwback. Let me know if you remember those days when I would use different pieces of scrapbook paper as my background for my videos. Okay, I think we're almost done here. I think the last thing I want to do is I want to do at least one little spread for my reading journal. And I went with something simple. I think I'm going to do a reading bingo. So let me grab some paper. Here we go. We can use either this side or this side. I kind of like this side better. The grid might help me make straight lines. So we'll use this side and a ruler. I'll start off with a pencil and then go in with pen after. So I'll probably speed this up and then come back when I am done. Okay, there we go. I kind of messed up at the top here. These squares are a lot smaller than these squares, but that's totally fine. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill in all the categories. I'm going to use stickers to write out reading bingo up here, and then I'll come back when it's all done. And for categories, I'm just going to be looking up different examples of reading bingo spreads and getting inspiration from there. I just looked up a bunch of images online, and I'm just going to grab the ones that I think are interesting and add them to this reading bingo sheet. Okay, I am so close to being done here. I'm just going to add some deco here at the top. This little book club ticket. This is from the summer reading sticker book from the Happy Planner. And I'll add a little arrow here. How cute is that? And then maybe some sparkles here and there. I saw some cute sparkles. Maybe I'll add this right there and then add one over here. And maybe one over here. How cute is this? I love that. I love it. So let me quickly go over the reading bingo with you all, and then I'm going to head off. So I have 25 spaces here. I forgot to put a free space. So I guess I'm doing it the hard way. But these ideas, I think I looked through like 5 or 6 different reading bingos to build this, because some I liked, some I didn't. So I just picked and chose from different reading bingos that I saw online. But these are the categories that I came up with: mystery book, first book in a series, award-winning book, classic book, female author book, graphic novel, book that was made into a movie, book set in another country, book based on a true story, a translation into English book, a book you chose for the cover, a book by an Indigenous author, a book about American history, a biography, read a book written more than 50 years ago, read a horror/spooky book, read something set in your state, read a historical fiction, read a fantasy book, a science fiction book, a book of short stories, a book at the bottom of your TBR, a book with more than 500 pages, a book that is recommended by a friend, a book with a red cover, a book from a debut author, a book set in the future, a book outside your comfort zone, a book with star-crossed lovers, a book with a number in the title. These are so creative. Whoever came up with these, good job. I definitely would have struggled to come up with all of these categories myself. I tried to go for topics or categories that I think would push me to read, outside of what I normally read. So this is definitely going to be a challenge. I'm really excited. And I added some Cafecito Designs washi tape here at the bottom. But this is going to be my first Bujo journaling spread in my in my reading planner. I'm excited about it. And the first spread in my 2025 section here. So I'm just going to have all of the books that I've read in 2025 on these pages, similar to how I've had previous years set up. And then I'm gonna have different like pages in my reading journal, and then I'll have these little review pages whenever I feel like using any of these. And I'll keep on adding just kind of more bullet journal style pages as I go along. So that is my setup in my reading journal. I really, really like how it turned out. I'm excited, and the world is mine for the reading. All right, everyone, thank you so much for checking out this video. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope to see you in the next video. So until then, stay safe. God bless. Happy reading and happy planning. Adios. Feliz Navidad.